welcome. Today, we invite you into a world of timeless Turkish flavor, a world where simple ingredients transform into poetry. We are making Revani, a classic semolina cake bathed in a light, sweet syrup. This dessert, with its moist, tender crumb and delicate sweetness, holds a special place in the heart of Turkish cuisine. It's a taste of celebration, of family gatherings, and of quiet afternoons with a cup of tea. Join us as we honor this tradition and create something truly beautiful together. Our journey begins with the finest ingredients, each chosen for its role in building the perfect texture and flavor. We have fine semolina, the soul of our cake, all-purpose flour for structure, and granulated sugar for sweetness. Fresh, large eggs will give our Revani its lightness, while unsalted butter adds a rich, creamy depth. A pinch of salt will elevate all the flavors. For our syrup, we need only water, more sugar, and a slice of fresh lemon to balance the sweetness with a hint of brightness. These humble elements are the building blocks of a truly exquisite dessert. First, let's prepare our vessel. We'll be using a classic round baking tray. Take a small amount of softened butter and generously grease the entire inner surface. Pay attention to the corners and sides. This ensures our cake will release effortlessly after baking. Next, we'll dust the buttered surface with a light coating of flour. This creates a non-stick barrier, guaranteeing a clean, beautiful cake. Tilt and tap the tray to distribute the flour evenly, then discard any excess. This simple but crucial step is the foundation for a perfect bake. Now we turn to the heart of our batter, the eggs. We must separate the yolks from the whites. This technique is key to achieving Revani's signature airy texture. Crack each egg carefully and pass the yolk between the shell halves, letting the white fall into a clean, dry bowl. Place the yolks into a separate, larger bowl. It's important that no trace of yolk finds its way into the whites, as this can prevent them from whipping up to their full potential. Precision here is a form of love for the final dessert. With our yolks ready, we add the sugar. Using an electric mixer, we will whisk them together on a medium speed. Watch as the color transforms from a vibrant, deep yellow to a pale, creamy white. The mixture will thicken and increase in volume, becoming light and ribbony. This process, called aeration, incorporates air into the yolks, which contributes significantly to the cake's tender crumb. You will know it's ready when you lift the whisk and the batter falls back in a slow, thick ribbon that holds its shape for a moment. Next, we'll tend to our egg whites. To the bowl of whites, add a small pinch of salt. The salt helps to stabilize the protein structure, allowing the whites to whip up into a stronger, more stable foam, using clean, dry beaters. Start whipping on a low speed, gradually increasing to high. The whites will first become foamy, then soft peaks will form. Continue whipping until you achieve stiff, glossy peaks. This means when you lift the beaters, the peak that forms holds its shape and doesn't droop. Be careful not to over-whip, as this can cause the whites to become dry and grainy. This magnificent cloud of egg whites is our secret to a light, ethereal Revani. Now, let's bring our dry ingredients together. To the creamy egg yolk and sugar mixture, we'll add our semolina and all-purpose flour. Using a spatula, gently mix them in until just combined. Don't overmix at this stage. We just want to moisten the flour and semolina. The batter will be quite thick, and that's perfectly normal. The most delicate step is next, folding in the egg whites. We add about 1/3 of the whipped whites into the yolk mixture. Gently fold them in with your spatula, using a circular motion, cutting through the center and scraping up from the bottom. This initial addition lightens the dense batter, making it easier to incorporate the rest of the whites without deflating them. Now add the remaining whites. Continue to fold with that same gentle, deliberate motion. Scrape the sides and bottom of the bowl to ensure everything is incorporated, but work quickly and lightly. The goal is to maintain as much of that beautiful air as possible. Lastly, we'll pour in our cooled melted butter and fold it in just until it disappears into the batter. This final addition of fat ensures a moist and tender cake. Our batter is ready. Pour it carefully into the prepared baking tray. Use your spatula to gently spread it into an even layer, reaching all the corners. Give the tray a couple of light taps on the counter to release any large air bubbles and to settle the batter. We'll bake this in a preheated oven, starting at a higher temperature to give the cake an initial rise. Then reducing the heat to allow it to bake through evenly without browning too quickly. As it bakes, your kitchen will fill with the most wonderful, comforting aroma. While the cake is in the oven, we'll prepare the syrup. In a medium saucepan, combine the water and sugar. Place it over medium-high heat, stirring until the sugar has completely dissolved. Once it comes to a boil, add your slice of lemon. The lemon not only adds a subtle, fresh note, but also its acidity helps prevent the sugar from crystallizing. Reduce the heat and let the syrup simmer gently for about 10 to 15 minutes. It will thicken slightly. We're not looking for a heavy caramel, but a light, fragrant syrup that the cake can easily absorb. Once it's ready, remove it from the heat and set it aside. The moment of truth. Our Revani is baked to a beautiful golden brown. The top is firm to the touch, and a skewer inserted into the center comes out clean. Carefully remove it from the oven. Now, for the magic, while both the cake and the syrup are still hot, we will unite them. Using a ladle, pour the hot syrup slowly and evenly over the entire surface of the hot cake. You will hear a satisfying sizzle as the cake begins to drink in the syrup. Be patient and ensure every inch is covered. Now comes the hardest part, waiting. The Revani must rest at room temperature for at least 4 hours, or ideally overnight. During this time, the cake will absorb all of the syrup, transforming its texture from a simple cake into a moist, decadent dessert. It needs this time for the flavors to meld and for the syrup to penetrate every last crumb. Do not rush this process. Patience will be rewarded. After its long rest, our Revani is ready. To serve, we can carefully turn it out onto a large serving platter. The beautiful, smooth bottom now becomes the top. Traditionally, Revani is cut into diamond or square shapes. Use a sharp knife, wiping it clean between cuts for perfect slices. You can garnish it simply with a sprinkle of desiccated coconut, crushed pistachios, or even a dollop of clotted cream known as kaymak. And there it is, a slice of classic Revani. Notice the glistening syrup, the tender, porous texture of the semolina cake. Each bite is a perfect balance of sweetness, richness, and delicate flavor. This is more than just a dessert. It is a taste of Turkish heritage, a tradition passed down through generations. We hope you've enjoyed this journey and that you'll bring this timeless classic into your own home. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more culinary stories.